All right, good evening, everyone. Hey, all right, thank you so much for joining in. So, can you guys hear us? Testing our mic here. Okay, if you can hear us, type number 1. Okay, fantastic, Beng Kian. Yeah, I see you in the channel. Yin Yin, thank you so much. Okay, these sessions, it's a very special sessions, yeah, because this is a Gossip Hartanah series and we are starting this. This is the very first time. So, please share the link to your fellow colleagues, to your own office WhatsApp channel, or even to the public. You can share it to the public for the link. Okay, so everyone is ready? All right, Moose, thank you so much joining in. We have Ron as well. Okay, this is fantastic to see all of you here. Okay, just to introduce again, ESP, I know some of you are new here because this is the very first series. Many of you, probably this is your first time joining our online sharing. Okay, so just to introduce ESP Global, we are a digitalized real estate solution platform that is powering real estate agencies in the market. Okay, there are more than 30 over offices, 39 offices to be specific, that is being powered by ESP. And also there are more than 4,500 ESPNs that's under our platform. All right, so when we started this, having this idea of starting this Gossip Hartanah, all right, because people like gossip, right? And we are in real estate, this industry. So we have this idea, probably this is something exciting for our audience. So today we are having this series called Gossip Hartanah, where we invite our fellow colleagues to share some insights and gossip about the trending topics or some topics that agents are interested in. Okay, so at the end of the day, we want to add value to our audience, our community. And I hope for those who are watching here, later on, if you have any questions, feel free to type it in the Q&A. If you are watching here over Zoom, type it in the Q&A, or you can actually type in the chat box. Later on, I will go through it. Yeah. So we hope that this session are engaging at the end of the day. Okay. So let's start with this session. So first of all, let me introduce the gentleman on my right hand side. Kai Wong here. He is our co-founder in ESP Global, has been in this real estate industry for more than 10 years already. And in actual fact, I know Kai probably in 2018, but in actual fact, before 2 years ago, 2 years before 2018, we actually do a lot of co-broke as a sub-sale agent. So I know Kai as a sub-sale agent in the market. Yeah, and after 2 years of working together as a co-broke agent or co-agent, and eventually we partnered together, and eventually we are here in ESP Global. All right, so Kai is a specialist specializing in sub-sale market, whereby on my left-hand side, we have Francis.
Hello.
All right, Francis is the agency business owner from Esprit Estate Agent Mon Kiara. So he started real estate 10 years ago as a project agent. Up until today, he is also doing a lot of projects. And 6 years ago, he decided to become an agency owner. All right, and guiding and training agents to focus in a project market, and very much particularly specifically in Mon Kiara market. Yeah. So a simple introductions, and Gossip Hartanah should be chill. So let's get a bit chill. Probably I'm not that chill. Okay.
Probably you get a bit relaxed also.
Yeah, I get a bit relaxed.
I don't know why I feel so ketat.
So okay, so let me allow both gentlemen to introduce themselves. Maybe to start off with Kai first.
And myself, as Terence mentioned, about 10 years in the industry. So why I do sales is because I'm very passionate about the product, real estate products. And I did sales because I want to make a lot of money and retire early lah. And I believe a lot of your perspective are in that manner as well. I think most of the people start doing our business because of the dollar sign, which is not wrong. I think if you don't love the product, you just need to love money enough to do the job lah. So whether it's project or sub-sale, later on, both also cannot make money one lah.
Really?
Betul.
Betul. Then why are you here?
Cannot make money because I see 80% of people cannot make money. No?
Okay, okay. Maybe later on Kai can share more about that. Okay.
So in my experience through real estate, I realized 80% of people cannot make money.
This is a bit controversial. Huh?
So I did a little bit of Subsale.
Okay.
I did a little bit of Subsale when I started. So I'm not like I'm not a specialist. I think in real estate, I'm a jack of all trades. I did residential before, commercial, industrial before, and both in project and Subsale before.
Okay.
And out of that 6 category, I think I maybe failed in 5.
So I guess project is not really for you.
Now it's my full focus.
Oh, wow, interesting. So Kai has experience in project as well. And now he's focusing, really full focus in project sales. So maybe Francis can introduce a bit of yourself.
Hi, I'm Francis. I think everyone know me. I'm Esprimont Kiara branch owner. Why I'm in this industry, same like everyone come to real estate sales business is talking about dollar signs. Of course, I've started in project marketing. So project marketing is quite fun for me because I'm patient on doing marketing. So this is something different that just now I'm quite agree 80% of people are not earning enough in real estate business. It's mainly because sometimes they go to the wrong direction or they don't have right person to guide. That is important. Sometimes, yes, we see a lot of people are not doing well, but are they in the right track? That is what we want to go into it.
So there's a reason why the 80% does not make it, I guess, right?
Execution.
Execution. So he gave a word, Francis gave a word, it's about execution. All right. So let's hear from the rest throughout the sessions. Okay. So before I have more questions, right? So guys, if you have any questions, you can also put it in the Q&A section. All right. Later on, I'll pick some of the questions for our guests over here. So let me ask you a question for all the audience here. Yeah. Which segment do you think is better for agents or for you specifically? Is it Subsale? Or is it project? If it is Subsale, press an S. If it is project sales, press a P. I want to do a simple survey right now. Okay, so which one do you think is the best for agents? Is it Subsale or is it a project sales? Okay, I see some response coming in. Okay, Jordan said S. ZR said S, which is a Subsale. So far, there's only 2 response. Any more response? Let's get more engagement over here.
Why no P one?
No P. No people would want to would think that project sales is better. Is it? Okay, there are more coming in. Yeah. Oh, okay. Why not both? Okay. Jay said why not both? So some said P, some say S, some say both. Fantastic. So if you can master both, congratulations to you. Okay. But I think all in all, right, we have quite a balance of between Subsale and project, which is fantastic. Yeah. So importantly, everyone make money, not just 20%, but 80% has to make money. Okay. So let's go into questions. But before that, if you have any question again, put it in the chat box so that I can ask the guest over here. So maybe I'll start off with Francis. So for new agents, especially, I think most of our audience here are new agents, right? So for new agents, especially those that wants to focus in project sales, right? Do you think it's easier to do project, in your opinion? And why so? Why so? I think there's more important question. Why?
I think no right or wrong. Okay.
No right or wrong.
Okay, I need to explain first.
But this is recorded,
Okay, don't worry. But the main thing is for project to kickstart for the new agent, okay, it's quite easy for them because you have the flexibility of controlling your cost of advertisement because you have different marketing channel which you need to understand the market currently, what kind of this kind of product where you want to market. Like my generation that time, we use email. Right now, if you're still using the email, it doesn't mean you are works, but it still have small little element there, right? But you have a lot of media to reach out to the right person. So in today market, you need different type of marketing strategy.
Yep.
But you also need to find the best way, ma. Some people keep on throwing money in property portal like iProperty, Property Guru for the credit. But however, in Facebook or in currently the Red Book, is also you can reduce your cost in terms of your advertisement cost. So that is also good for the newbie to come in because they have limited cash flow to come into this industry. And then the second thing is one project, one single product, you just need to hafal one product only. Then you do the demography study, then you can start to do the presentation. So it's quite easy for me, for newbie to come in because when I newbie that time, I also start from project until today also project.
Okay. Just like I heard about Hafa one project. So does it mean that for new agents, they should just focus in one project?
Of course, for the beginning, you need to start with something one.
Right.
When you start with one that time, you also need to study the area. So indirectly, when you familiar the area, you start exploring others. So don't immediately start so many. So you will confuse yourself. Start with one.
Okay. How about Kai? Kai, since that you have experience in both, Subsale, of course, is the main, but now you're fully focused in project, right? So which one do you think is better for new agents to enter?
Okay. So I'm going to take, of course, Francis took project, so I take the reverse lah.
Okay.
I will support Subsale.
Okay.
And why I say that is because a lot of agents I recruit, I believe that technical ability and studies is not an agent's or a salesman preference. Correct, right, guys? I don't think you all prefer to study, right? That's why we're doing sales.
But you also need to do research.
I understand. Sales is very difficult and you actually need to study. That's why Francis was saying you need to remember a project, you need to remember your competitors. So I always advise agent, start at Subsale first because they got one simple, very simple memory. They just need to remember the rental price. That's all. This 1,500, you like or you don't like? You like, you take 3 days, I get the money in my pocket. So when I'm talking about new agent, my assumption is they coming in sales because memang they want to make money, but they don't want to study too much. Otherwise, they engineer or doctor already.
Right.
Okay, so they don't want to study. I'm the same. I choose not to do law. I choose to do sales because I don't want to study law already. I'm tired of studying. So I want something more simple where I can put a lot of effort, get more return. So end of the day, I think I always advise agents start with rental because it's the most no-brainer. No need to remember anything. As long as you put in effort, your return very fast. But with saying that, I think this rental game only left 3 to 5 years you can do.
Interesting. Why do you say that?
Because I was having a mama session with y'all two just now downstairs, and I believe rental below 2,500 ringgit, this job won't be available in 2 to 3 years. So agents, if you are still doing 2,000-3,000 ringgit rental and below, if you don't start changing to higher value, you will find a challenge as well. But I will always advise start rental, start Subsale because fast money.
Okay, just I heard you mention about start rental first, right? Will agent come to a point where this is based on what I have observed where there are agents who do rental, then they always do rental and cannot, break through to Subsale. Is that something that commonly happen in the industry?
Very common because human, we rather go to the same shop than different shop.
Okay.
Very common because once we are comfortable, we don't want change, right?
Right. So what are the things that you think that will help agents to break through from doing rental to doing Subsale in this case? Because it's still under Subsale.
I give you a less professional answer.
Right.
I think life commitments.
Life commitments.
Yeah, if you don't have life commitments, you won't want to make more.
Right.
Yeah, so if you have a very low life ambition, I think your career ambition cannot go that high anyways.
Right. Interesting. So if you really want to make more money, you need to have more commitments, I guess.
Yeah, you need to have more life commitment.
Yeah.
You need to want to do better in life. You need to want to travel, you need to want to expose your family to different things, different
Okay.
education. Yeah.
That's interesting. That's interesting. Thank you so much, Kai. Okay, good thought process. So let's jump into the next questions. These questions for Francis. So, what is the biggest advantage for agents if they want to focus in project sales in terms of commission earning?
Actually, it's quite fantastic when you do project because like compared to sub-sales is considered for me is a niche product. Means when you do sub-sales, you want to sell the property, you only have one. Indirectly, when the purchaser come over, they only have one in the particular area. So it's a niche product. So you cannot one time this product can sell two product. Means one buyer, one unit.
Yeah.
But in project it's different. No? When project come in, they have a lot of product. The sales chart, a lot of empty spot you need to choose. But if you sell one, then this customer say, one for my daughter, one for my investment. Then at the same time, you kill two birds.
Right.
That is the different in project. You can one time sell two.
Makes sense.
But another way, previous year we have our colleague, one client refer 16 client come.
One
Refer client 16.
I heard of similar story like this. Actually.
Another case is one customer, satu friend buy 10 unit together.
Wow.
You see, this is different in project, which sub-sales, you have the chance, but you need to sourcing. When you done a unit, you close the deal, then you need to find sourcing another unit. If you got 2 or 3 unit, maybe the price is different, the condition of the unit also different. So it's quite difficult for them to immediately make decision to get 2 or 3. That is the difference between project and sub-sales. I think project is quite fun on that side.
Okay, so you can get a bulk purchase.
Not bulk.
Volume lah.
Bulk is, for me, bulk purchase is quite challenging because I don't like negotiate. That's why
you don't like negotiate. Okay.
I mean project, okay? Because project, you have lesser negotiation between buyer and seller. Okay, you only follow the package, correct? The package come from the developer, this, then yes. But in terms of bulk purchase, is you need to have a number of amount to negotiate with the developer. That is, I like to do, but so far I still don't like to negotiate.
Right.
Yes or no? Come long.
Okay, so just now you mentioned about there are clients that maybe from their family or friends that wanted to buy like 10 or 16 units, right? So actually as an agent, right, are we able to actually negotiate with the developer for a better price in this kind of a situation?
You want me to say the secret? Susah leh. Sometimes of course got lah, correct? The secret is there, don't highlight. But yes, we need to a bit negotiate lah.
Right. So still negotiate lah.
Still negotiate, but not to the limit lah.
Right. Okay, so Kai, do you agree with what he said? Seems like project is a better segment to enter. Do you agree with that? What you said?
I think for the project, I agree with Francis in the sense that centralized product, many distribution center,
correct,
which is your client.
Right.
But the challenge I always have with having project, because I remember like there's this lady agent that I led, and she said, Kai, if I don't believe in the product, I cannot sell the product one. Then it got me thinking like, wow, then I always need to find a suitable product that you truly believe in, then only you can sell lah. But if I can't find it, means you cannot sell lah.
Yeah.
Right? So I think why project is slightly more challenging to kickstart.
Yes.
Compared to sub-sale. It's because to get that unified momentum that everybody, okay, this product sellable, we can sell, now we all chong together. It's quite hard to get that team momentum. Whereas in sub-sale, you need to focus only on individual momentum. I think project relies a lot on your teamwork momentum.
Right.
So sometimes in project, if you don't join a very healthy project team, the challenge is you cannot get momentum, and your momentum relies on leader. If you are sub-sale based, your momentum is all by yourself. Because I remember starting as a sub-sale agent, guys, you all are damn lucky, man. You got this app, that app, you got search system, you got master list. I'm not going to sound like a grandfather, but they literally just gave us one name card, one phone number, and good luck to you. Your commission is 60% or 50% last time.
Those days.
Yeah, so I remember that you basically don't have to rely on even the company or the platform or you go find your own product, you go do your own thing. So I would say sub-sale, why I encourage it is because it relies a lot more on your own effort. You don't need to wait for other people's momentum or other people's knowledge sharing. It's all you can do yourself.
Does it still applicable in today's real estate industry where even sub-sale, they can still do by themselves?
Yes. So I think that's on a personal level that sub-sale is better because it's a self-momentum driven thing. Second reason why, so as an investor, I also buy project and sub-sale, and both with success and failure. But I like to use this term of future value versus current value. And believe it or not, it's a fact, every project that you are purchasing is all future value.
Right.
Developer will never sell current value. So I think if I take an investor perspective, I also will pick sub-sale. Why? Is because I can get current value. Sometimes I can get below current value. Then project will always say, hey, my entry point cheaper.
Right.
But actually sub-sale, if you want the entry point to be 0, also can.
That's a way.
So I try to answer one of Francis' answer before the answer. Okay, pass it back to you, bro.
I don't think so, bro. Because it depends on the project. Okay. Future value yes, mostly all the project they are selling future value, but that is not the future value, it's because of the inflation. Okay. The property, the material cost, everything incurred in ringgit, weaker and weaker.
True.
Indirectly, the cost of the development also increase. That's why they are selling, the price is higher than the current market price. Okay. But however, the difference is some development, they are really selling below the market value, which a lot of clients, they didn't identify that part. So if you have this kind of project, of course, easy to sell. So developer also won't find agent. Correct. But however, as a project, they always have a plus point one. Okay. For look like we are talking about investment now. Okay.
Also give some perspective to our audience.
Because the average age of the Malaysian is 30 years old, plus minus 30.5. I think the current average age. Okay, so majority we can say this group is considered young group. Okay, so they are more prefer new thing indirectly.
That's very true.
Everything want to be new concept, modern, clean,
green
lifestyle. So they are willing to pay additional 10 to 20% one.
True,
correct. If 500,000 increase another 20%, it's about 600,000. For the bank side, installment also indirectly increase 10%, not much different. 2,000 increase 200 to 400, 2,400. So indirectly, I think project is match the current market trend.
Okay, before I get into the next questions, guys, please send in the questions. I haven't seen any questions yet, but please do so. Okay, please do so. All right, so in these sessions, right, not just new agents who actually join in our Gossip Hartanah series today, we have also seasoned agents or people who wants to get into this industry, but people who have a lot of working experience already in other industry, but they want to join real estate. So this kind of people, normally they have a lot of network. So for people who have more networks, right? So when it comes to choosing project sales or sub-sale, which one is better for them, for the more experienced people to join in? Project sales or sub-sale? What do you guys think? They should go with.
Okay, if you ask me, don't mention about, because they are senior, they are experienced.
Their experience, yeah,
they know
have
about real estate transaction process. At least they buying before the property.
or they probably bought properties before, invest property before.
Yeah. So indirectly, when you already have the network, it doesn't mean you do project or sub-sales first. But one thing is, for me, project is, if you have a project, share out the project to your family, friend, or your colleague, whatever, is more easier. If
Okay.
you feel the project is good, don't sell, just share to them. This is a nice product. I just share to you. If you're okay, come to me. So it's an open topic when you long time didn't see the person, then suddenly you come out, you say I do sub-sales, you will have property to sell or not. In sub-sales it's quite old sometimes, okay? Or the person suddenly from another industry come to real estate, ask for now I'm an agent, you have any property to sell, or you want to buy any property, you can look for me. It's quite old for me. I feel that the chemistry,
Old or odd?
the chemistry is not there.
Okay.
Okay.
It's like an insurance friend calling
Yeah,
you lah.
hello.
Property to sell, that one.
Yeah. So for project, I think it's quite easy to share out. If you feel that the project is nice and look good and have the opportunity for investment,
Right.
sharing out is quite easy because people like to talk about new development.
Right.
They want to know the area have new thing to come out. So easy to share out.
Kai, do you agree with that? Or do you think like sub-sale is better for seasons agents or people who are more experienced?
I highly agree with what Francis say. I think I use back one keyword Francis used just now, which is actually your audience. So I think quite interesting, he said that a lot of buyers would be in the 30 age range, which I highly agree. So if you are a high network sort of individual and you are coming into the real estate market, I wouldn't say sub-sale or project. It's more of you have to ask yourself, hey, my current network, right, is likely to buy what?
Right.
Because for all you know, your current network already own 10 shop lot. So maybe more suitable their taste is shop lot. And shop lot got in project, also got in sub-sale.
Correct.
The price range lah, and the type. So I would say if you are experienced, it's very much more different. Like I said, if you are new, I always sit on the sub-sale fence.
Okay.
But if you are experienced agent coming in, I would say I have to speak to you like an experienced person also. So if you don't understand your audience and network, means their age range, their type of investment, and how close are they to you, and what they might likely be okay with, then I think no point coming in the market also. But if you kind of know, because all your friends will have similar thing one, or your network. So if you kind of know, like, okay, for example, all of them might want to migrate to New Zealand, then you go pick up New Zealand property and sell to them lah. Yeah, so if network-based agent, my perspective is very much on the fence. It's about picking the right product, not about sub-sale or project already.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they have to compare both.
I think I feel like as an agent to enter into the industry, knowing your audience or knowing your clients is very important before you do anything, before you do marketing or whatsoever. Totally agree with both of them actually. Yeah, there's a way to open up your market in this industry. It's just understanding your audience. I think that's a very important part in this real estate business. So, okay, so we talk about what's in for the new agents and for seasoned agents, right? Let's talk about the challenges for project sales and the challenges for sub-sale.
Okay.
Yeah, so I believe definitely there are challenges, right?
Yeah, of course.
For sub-sale, for projects, the same. So what are those?
Okay, actually right now, if you ask me, anything got challenge lah. Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. So for the project right now, in the market right now is too competitive lah. Everyone know. Okay, too many projects, too many choices. Okay, for the market the customer today, they have many things to compare. So indirectly, that is the most challenge part that we are facing. So if you want to do project, certain area you need to have few project together. To control few project together at the same area, it's quite challenge also, because sometimes you cannot always say this product is good, that product also good,
Yeah,
this product also good. So which one is good? That is the
Right.
part that we need to have balance between our sales pitch also. So the challenge part is to take all the project there. It's not easy also, because you need to, as an agent, we need to create the result. No result, developer also kick you out.
Right.
So indirectly, we need to sustain all the project to have the sales. So that is the part that I currently feel quite challenging.
All right. Right.
Mm.
How about Subsale?
I think it's the complete reverse. Because project, the challenge would be what Francis mentioned. Subsale, the challenge is actually stock, not option. Because project, the challenge is option. There's too many
Yes.
options.
A lot of
Subsale,
stocks.
the challenge is,
Yeah.
but I only talk about hotel areas, which is
Right.
more popular lah. So like Francis area, Mont Kiara lah, Bangsa lah, Sunway lah, Subang, or any town area, even in Johor, Penang, all their town area, the listing
Listings.
cannot support the business because it's just so difficult to get listing.
Yeah.
For subsale in hot area.
So now it's more like a seller's market in the hot area.
It
would you say?
is. It is. Actually, prices are going up a lot, and in Subang, a lot of my agents are actually complaining that owners cannot accept. Buyers cannot accept 2025 price. They are still trying to find a landed for 800 to 850,000 when Subang is already 900,000.
Correct.
They are still
Right.
thinking of 2023 price.
All right.
Uh,
So do you think that applies for, because you talk about landed, right?
mm,
But does it also apply for apartments and condominium?
for subsale, hotel ones, yes, the one that getting good rental return, but the one not getting good rental return, the price never go up.
Right. Right.
Stagnant.
Okay. Okay. So thanks for the input. Okay, guys. Any questions coming in? Okay. All right. So let's talk about the next thing. So in today's market, right? Do you think one can outperform the other? Means in today's real estate market, do you think that project will be better than the subsale, or subsale is better than project?
Actually, I think nowadays we cannot outperform each other one. Okay, in terms of project or subsales. Okay. Now the market is totally changed. Because like just now Kai mentioned, hot spot area or hot area that people demanding area is limited stock, right? Indirectly, project also facing the same thing, because mostly all these location, the project also very fast moving up, clear stock. And some developer, they didn't appoint agent also, they sell by themselves. So if you ask me as a today agent, better go to hybrid.
Both.
Okay. Because in subsales, you are doing like you get master listing, you get the stock, okay, then after that you advertise, but you still have others time. Why not you get certain project to share to your client? The client is not just you are doing marketing like Facebook marketing, 小红书, this kind of content you need to do, but at least minimum, if you cater on that particular area, you find certain project and that location, share to your client, existing owner. If you after you sell their property, you know they got money then share to them, hey, do you consider this product? Share with them about the product. So I think it's two-way. Don't miss another segment. Better grab two.
I think that is a very interesting sharing from Francis. In fact, we talked about it before the sessions, where as a agents, if you just do subsale, actually, if you have a project development, you can use a subsale clients database to actually sell project. And I think the perspective is rather new to me, because honestly speaking, I always think that as an agent, you should focus in just one. That's my school of thoughts, you know.
I don't think so because we are doing sales.
So whatever comes, we
We
sell.
need to do. Okay, it doesn't mean today I didn't do sub-sales, but
Right.
my 15 years is this industry. I think 10 finger I can count my sub-sales case, including rental.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
So it's really project,
Really project, but why you need to link with project? Because project you have the opportunity to keep in touch back to your existing clients. Sometimes some client we've been so long time didn't communicate maybe after you sell the property, then you didn't communicate with him 3 years or 5 years, some more than 10 years. But if you got project every year, you prompt him one project, it's just show the connection. You will have something new to share only. Doesn't mean you want to do the sales. You don't know one day that he will buy one. Yeah. So same come to sub-sales. Sometimes sub-sales agent, you get a hot stock. You feel like fire sale stock, below market price, and this one suddenly happened. Who you will go? You sure will go to the best client. You know he got money.
Kind of money.
Liar.
Loan already. Know the real
Hang down. Liar. You know one. So it's like that. Same thing. But sub-sales, you have not often has this kind of stock, especially this year. All the price is higher and higher one, especially in 𝐿 𝐸𝐻 also. The asking price higher and higher. Is it coming down? Wow, boss, last year you show me this price is more than that. Difficult to propose, but in project, you still can propose.
Right. Right.
So side quest, because I remember one of Francis' trainings. Now I suddenly got a question for Francis.
Okay.
So I remember one of the trainings that I went to Francis. Francis mentioned, hey, you know my company brand, right? Every day shout industrial. But I try to focus only in my segment,
Right.
which is 𝐿 𝐸𝐻. You gave the talk in my office.
Yeah. I remember.
Remember not? You said this.
Until today we
so,
still.
So when you mention this, right, it means that because I also want to understand. So you mean that if it's sub-sale or project in 𝐿 𝐸𝐻 means I will do lah. But if it's industrial in 𝐿 𝐸𝐻, will you also do?
Industrial in 𝐿 𝐸𝐻?
I know don't have, but let's say suddenly got one factory investment there.
Of course,
on lah. So what you're saying is you would train your agents to be area focused lah.
Area focus. Of course,
So whatever product fly in that area is your focus lah.
That is right. Okay, no wrong, bro. Correct. It's because of we start from 𝐿 𝐸𝐻. Okay, correct. So the demography, everything, we are super familiar. Of course, we will go. But to go further from 𝐿 𝐸𝐻, we need to study again. Of course, it's not tough for us to study lah, but to develop the people who go there to build the team there, we need time. Now for us to kickstart 𝐿 𝐸𝐻, it's quite easy. Any project come in, but it doesn't mean out of 𝐿 𝐸𝐻 project we cannot do. It's just we need to know the strategy. The reason we do right now is the hijau one is in Melati, in Wangsa Maju side, Batu Cave side.
Gombak.
Yeah,
we are doing that also.
You see, it's because we identify the project, niche market, Malay market, and then it's also a very Islamic concept. So it's very direct concept. So we find the right media, we just go for the marketing.
Right.
The result is there. So it doesn't mean out of 𝐿 𝐸𝐻 we cannot do. We need to find the right advertisement, the marketing location. We need to allocate.
Okay, understand.
Yeah,
Understand. Because I'm just quoting what you mentioned, bro.
I also can do others one.
Okay. I think what Francis highlighted is that even though the project is out of the covered the geographic target area, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, you still can do but you need to do the market study lah.
Correct.
I think even in project or even in sub-sale, I think market research is very important for agent to start off. Okay, that's what I receive. So maybe a questions for 𝐿 𝐸𝐻. So can you share with us or the audience, right? There's any one of the strategy or tips for a sub-sale agent that maybe they do not know one.
They do
Or
not
commonly they don't know one. Maybe something that you use. Spill some secrets.
spill some tea lah. Spill some tea. Okay. We saw spill some tea as a keyword we need to use in a podcast.
Right.
So I need to spill some tea.
Correct.
Okay. Maybe I think less practice in what I see a lot of agents actually doing is the personal branding part, and I cannot touch enough on this. So big shout out to Juliana. I'm going to use you as an example. So Juliana is a colleague friend of ours from, I think she was in Dutama, now in Zion.
Yep.
So she did the same market as me, Subang Jaya. I always believe I was 10 times better than her.
Okay.
But she got 10 times more sales than me.
Wow.
And I always wondered why.
Okay.
And then, of course, as I go forward in time, I realize why. It's because her personal branding is very strong. One, all her banners got her own picture. So agents that are shy about your own face, I think maybe I don't really encourage you to do sale. If you want to do sale, you have to put your trustworthy face there. So I think that really helps a brand. Because until today, so many people say Ling Loy.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, number one, that help her brand. I think number two is that she's super engaged with the community.
Yeah.
Because I see the Balai Bomber Subang event, she's there. Balai Police Subang event, she's there. AGM Sekolah-Sekolah Subang Jaya, she's there. Parti Keadilan Rakyat come for a bus tour, she's there also. And she's there with all the top dogs.
Okay.
So the decision makers. So I realized that one thing that she do that cannot be replaced, because I can talk about all the digital marketing strategy today,
Right.
but just now your question was a secret.
Yep.
And I think the secret are in the old methodologies, which is networking and personal branding that I think is not being done enough. So Juliana was very focused that all her network is going to be the decision makers in Subang. And her farm is Subang, specifically USJ1.
Yeah.
So she want to get access to the guards is so easy. She know anybody. She want to evict tenants. She know police. She can just report. She want to find new places to rehome the parents based on which school. Because in Subang, I don't know if you all know it or not, having a specific address is very important. Because some people want to go Sri KL, some people want to go Lik Hang.
Yeah,
there's a lot of good schools in Subang.
Yep.
So I realized the secret that Juliana have that I hope a lot of agents focus on is their personal branding in their own market area with all the authorities. I think it's very important because when the authority promote you as the person to go to, right? Nobody beats that. If I got a good project to sell in Subang,
Neighborhood agent.
I already know all the school teacher and all the parents, you know. I just need to go to the school, do one ceramah, I get 10 buyers.
Yeah.
Zero marketing cost.
Yeah.
For project, right?
Yeah.
Satu ceramah for project.
Yeah, one ceramah only.
Project. I catch the word.
So I would say the secret sauce, right, is the networking part and getting popular, man.
Right.
Yeah, the popularity game is super important.
I think it's very interesting perspective Kai have shared, because when we talk about personal branding, we always think of digital personal branding in your Facebook, in your Instagram, in your Redvo or TikTok, whatever. But what he shared is about the offline personal branding, which is to be present in the community, within the community. And talk about Juliana, I think she did one thing that was quite impressive at that time. I think she was focusing in USJ1 and specifically in also in Regalia Business Center.
Yes.
Over there. Then she organized some graffiti at the back alley. I think that was impressive.
Yeah, and that takes true effort because you really want to boost your community. So the work you are doing is out of real estate. But does it benefit you 2 years down the road?
Yes.
Definitely, you will see the results throughout the years. Yeah, interesting. Thank you so much. How about Francis? Any tips?
Any tips?
Or spill the tea? for our audience?
The difference is don't talk about the product lah.
Don't talk about the product.
Don't talk about the project. Don't talk about the product because when we sell new thing, people want to listen new thing, right? So you talk about the market.
Talk about the market.
Correct. How about today market? Today market is good or not? So mostly a lot of agent will answer, wow, how your sales today? People will ask you, you are agent, how the market today? First thing, a lot of agent mention you, wow, recently a bit slow my sales. Don't relate on yourself. Sometimes yes, your sales is slow. Don't relate to yourself. Okay, when you do the market is good lah.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just the timing for our side is not that good. Maybe sometimes a lot of agents will relate to themselves. When people ask you question, how the market, don't relate yourself to mention the market, but you see the market's data. That is very important. As an agent, you need to alert in the market data. Actually, last year the transaction is the highest transaction for our property market. Is proven within these 10 years. Okay, you can go back and check. So I think talk about data, the market is good. Seriously, it's just how much we capture the market. That is very important.
So it's back to the market share they can capture lah. I mean the market is very active, right?
Yeah, when you have a right words or right data go out to the client, then the client will also feel
interesting, right?
Interesting. What kind of product you have now? You feel that it's good. Then people will start asking you about the project.
Right.
You can indirectly share again.
So don't be so direct lah in a way of
yes,
selling that particular product. So maybe go in indirectly to share about the market.
Correct.
Interesting. Okay. Any questions coming in? Let's see. Okay. So. All right, guys. So I would want to also highlight again to encourage you guys to put in the questions, yeah? Okay, because we have not many time left, about 5 to 10 minutes. So feel free to put in the questions for our guest today, yeah? So I think from my side, one last questions for both gentlemen. So for agents, right? Especially new agents, because I think the audience today, we have more new agents. What is the fastest way, right, for them to get sales in project?
Scam.
To do scam, scam clients,
Nothing fast, right, bro? Nothing fast. But first, I know the question what you want to try to ask.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think agents are.
I
think people nowadays, right, want fast result because everything is so instantaneously, where everything informations to grab online is so fast. Even now we have AI, ChatGPT, DeepSeek, whatever. So people are really used to getting fast results. So I think when they join real estate, they are also looking for something that can get it instantly.
Instantly.
Yeah. Is there a way for them to achieve that in project sales?
If you ask me in project, personally, nothing is fast. You still need to, basically, you still need to do the research about the product because first you are totally new. You don't know about the property, correct? So for project, it's easier for you to understand what is subsales also. Because you need to know SPA and then you need to know the development.
Price.
HDA, the schedule, everything.
HDA schedule, okay.
So if you just go directly to the subsales, yes, maybe fast way is rental, but you still need to spend time to get listing. To get the listing, you also need to prepare. It doesn't mean you get the listing to do the rental. So, but when you get the rental indirectly, you also need to know the process flow of the rental tenancy agreement, everything. But in project, you just need to understand the demography, which normally in project we have supporter PIC. Okay, PIC will be there to guide you, brief you about the particular product, and especially you are new, then they will roughly guide you about the Housing Development Act and the Schedule H as well, if in residential side. So once you know all these things, then you need to identify your marketing, right?
Yep.
This part maybe for new people, they need 1 to 2 weeks time to digest for the information and the process flow of the project. Then you need to identify the marketing strat. Then the marketing strat, if you ask a newbie to identify, is difficult, lor. So as a leader, I think you need to sitting down with the new people, what kind of marketing they need, and then you need to see their budget also lah, their advertisement cost, how much they're willing to go in to invest into the marketing. So this part, if now I need to say luck, okay,
Luck.
if luck within 1-2 months,
Right.
yeah. If luck, right product, right timing, right location, I think within 1-2 months they get close. But just the commission part,
Commission part, interesting.
commission part, okay.
Francis pay fast cop, no worry.
The commission part, compared to the sub-sales, of course, sub-sales, once you sign the SPA, everything, if no consent one, very fast,
Right.
correct. But the process in front also need time, correct. But in project side, you also need time, but the time of spending in front maybe lesser. But later collection maybe take slightly longer, but plus minus for me, I think it's about the same. 6 month time.
Okay. So, Kai, would you agree? I mean, what Francis have shared sounds very macam not very fast, leh.
But you got opportunity, one stone kill two birds, lor.
1-2 months, no fast, eh?
I don't know, like
1-2 months, okay,
for I mean if you ask me, right, from how I observe agents nowadays, right, I think they have very high expectation, no, honestly. They probably want to get sales in within a month. Yeah. So sub-sale possible?
In a month.
Yeah, in a month.
In a month, actually, I got experience. My own agent.
Right.
Now I'm going to cite Francis pula. My own agent, international property in Australia. He closed in his first day of work. The property is in Melbourne. The boy never traveled to Melbourne before, but the first property he sold is a Melbourne property. Buy the empty land, then need to build the house some more. No? So you imagine the consultation he have to do. But he managed to close on that event.
Thursday.
Yeah, so maybe to answer your question, Terence, what Francis mentioned is important, which is this keyword called luck. Everybody got different luck.
Correct.
But I always tell the agent, you need to fight through your luck so that your luck occur more often.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Make
correct.
sense?
So as long as you go through more process, our boss like to say process. So anything that is stress-based, our audience in ESP, if you are having a stress moment or a tough period that you are going through, please remember it's a process.
Life journey.
It's just a process. Yeah, it's not a challenge, it's not a difficulty, it's not something you should be demotivated about. Because in our company, we believe it's just process, right? No such thing as challenge. So I come back to sub-sale. Can do fast or not, 1 or 2 months. Can I give a slightly longer answer?
Can of course.
Okay, because these days I realize market change a lot. Last time I highly believe that if you do sub-sale, you cannot do project. If you do project, you cannot do sub-sale because the marketing methodologies was very different last time. Because project last time was only on Facebook and sub-sale last time was only on Property Guru or iProp.
Yep.
But now if you notice, since that our Property Guru has increased price by so much, I personally don't like it. So I hope there's some Property Guru people inside here. They have increased their price too much. They have made marketing become so expensive. So what happened is, now all the sub-sale agents are actually getting their sales from TikTok.
It's true.
Correct.
Facebook Marketplace.
It's true.
So now the fact that digital marketing have come on almost the same platform, where Google, YouTube, Facebook is even more competitive than iProperty sometimes.
Yeah.
I would say now is a good chance because agent can be hybrid.
Yeah.
The market dictates that now for agents to make a lot of money, they need to be segment focused. Last time, actually, they need to choose sub-sale or project because very different element.
Correct.
And the marketing channel could be very
marketing channel very different. But now, marketing channel is the same. And it shows that now agents that are better in a segment is better than general agent. Last time, general agent used to make a lot of money where I one agent, I got 100 listings, but they're all 100 listings scattered around Klang Valley. Now that doesn't work anymore.
Yeah,
Because-
not really.
Because current time, the buyers appreciate data.
Yeah.
Last time, the buyers just appreciate you got stock or not.
Yeah.
The data is not important. So now you have to come with data and market expertise, then enough product. So I would summarize it by the best that the agent can do is really focus in a segment that their leader is good at. Then follow that segment. Just follow first. In my first 1 or 2 months, I will just follow my leader's segment.
Right.
Learn the good thing first.
Correct.
Yeah.
Then only change for another good
Yeah,
thing.
then if you believe that another segment is better, you just replicate it.
Correct.
And I think a lot of leaders now, they need to learn how to do both.
Yeah. As a
Sub-sales
leader,
and
you
project.
really need to learn both.
Because both is as important. I got so many sub-sale that swing to project, then project also
Yeah,
swing
also.
back to sub-sale.
Yeah.
This year, my another 10 finger will be counting also for the
Yeah.
sales.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, interesting, which is a very different perspective from Kai, actually, when he mentioned about nowadays sub-sale agents and project agents, right? Because of, he highlighted property guru. So the price is more
Sponsor.
expensive, right? So where agents has actually evolved into social media, whether you are project sales agents or sub-sales agents, I think that is very true. Okay, so there are 2 questions, I believe. There are 2 questions being posted by our audience. Fantastic. So from Penang Free School, I don't know the name, it's a bit odd. Okay, so the question is, what are the core fundamentals to learn as an agent? What are the fundamentals to learn as an agent? This is the question being posted.
So broad.
Okay.
Fundamental.
So-
Let's focus into 1 or 2, I guess.
I have to actually the whole reason why I think we even collaborated with this platform, all of ourselves included here, is because we were all leaders that were struggling to a certain point. So as I mentioned, now we are quite spoiled, and I'm very proud of the in-house system that we have. So when it comes to how I would start as an agent now, my first week, right, I will just lepak in ESP University, finish most of the topics that I can finish on video. Last time, I always dreamed to get advice from people like Dato' Adrian and Aldrin before I work with them.
Yep.
And now their advice are all online. You can just play it. You don't have to actually set a meeting with them.
Yep.
So I will really encourage the agents, all the residential topic and all the project topic in ESP University. So total got more than 15. Finish all those topics first, then you will have enough background knowledge to present. After you are done with that, I will go to our mapping system.
Right.
Because the mapping system, you can see all the development and the sub-sale price around. So once you go to the university, is to hear seniors present.
Yep.
Then once you are done with the university, hop on to the mapping system, because the mapping system will give you transactional data. Then once I'm done with that transactional data, maybe the best next is to go and see how the sales agent pitch and repackage. So I like Far Capital. I don't completely agree with all the products they select,
Yes.
but I like how they market.
Right.
So I think if you just want to learn marketing,
Marketing, yeah,
if
totally
you're
agree.
doing project, they are suitable channel. If you want to do a Malay market,
Yep.
you want to do a more Chinese, more atas market.
More atas market.
Maybe more Kiara, like what Francis is doing. Then you have to find a leader like Francis and
Right.
go through his Facebook page. So I think it's presentation knowledge first,
Presentation knowledge.
data knowledge, then marketing knowledge.
Okay.
Yeah, but all this should be able, 2 weeks you should be able to settle already.
Correct.
I don't think it should take longer than that, all these 3.
I'm agree also.
Okay. Francis, anything to add on this particular questions?
I think it's the same.
It's the same.
Like when the first day I'm in this industry, first thing, I'm not look into the data first. I'm also try to
Just take your name card and go out, right?
No. I'm a bit different. Another way now. Okay, because last time use email my
Ah.
first marketing is email blasting
Email blasting.
So I compose all the email.
Oh, you kumpul first.
I compose all the email, but I don't know what to do with the email. I know email can works. Very simple. I use about 2 weeks time to find all my friend, tak kenal one, and my sibling, collect all the business cards. Then I key in. Then I collect all the email. Then I start identify the area I want. Then I study the area, the data side. Then after study, I know how to write up the email out.
Oh.
Then the response come in. That time is quite simple lah. One strategy you can hit up. Then today, I think Kai's way is the correct one. You study about residential first. Anything you want to understand about property, the process flow, the SPA, the tenancy agreement, everything. Then you only identify which area you want to do. Then you, from the mapping side, you see the market data. At the same time, I always will refer back to the property portal, property guru. See the asking price and the transaction price. So when you get stock, Subsales, when you get stock, that time people ask you how much I can sell, how much I can rent. At least you have a guideline. If you didn't do this, you just listen people say 1,000 or 2,000 or then you cannot remember what. If you personally go and do the research and written down, then you can remember. So it's more confident when you do the requesting the stock lah. Okay.
Yeah. True.
Okay. Just to recap of what Kai have mentioned, it's about the data systems, right? It's about marketing, and the last one is the presentation knowledge, right? So these are the 3 key fundamentals lah for to answer Penang Free School. So actually last 2 questions, last 2 questions. So for Kenneth has asked this question: if me as a new agent, right, and lack of cash flow, do you think I still can commit into project? I think, maybe Francis can answer this.
Yes.
Kenneth, yes. Tomorrow we have a meeting. I think yes, if you have limited cash flow, starting a project is quite, because we are mentioned multiple marketing channel,
right?
So if you have limited, you still have WhatsApp, you still have Facebook, you still got TikTok and Redbook, but you need to identify the right product.
Yep.
Then you use which channel to send out. That is very important, no?
Agreed.
So don't think about too much on the cost first, but you think about how much cost you have. Then you reserve the amount. Small amount is okay, but you can identify a lot of channels to work with it.
Actually, there are many channels, many ways of doing marketing. There's more than 10. In actual fact, whenever I ask agents or how many ways of doing marketing, they probably can list out 2 or 3. But then when we do a practice of, hey, let's list out 10 ways of doing marketing, right? Actually, we can one. Okay. So I think Francis has answered Kenneth's questions. I think the last questions I give it to Beng Kian actually. This specific questions is to Kai, where Kai has actually said that rental below 2005 will be dead in 2 to 5 years time. So Beng Kian is asking, why did you say so?
I know you sure kena, bro.
Man, I think first of all, shout out to Beng Kian, man. I really appreciate you as my colleague, Beng Kian. And people, when you attend our training, I always feel damn good, Beng Kian. So thanks a lot for asking the question, and thanks so much for always being supportive of our platform, Beng Kian. Okay, now to answer your question. Why I think the rental below 2.5 will be removed is because I've visited other markets. So namely, is in Singapore and Australia. I went to some rental viewings that are agentless, means the agent did not come for the viewing. So I actually got the briefing of my listing via email. So it's an email, you just play the video, the agent will be speaking to you over the video. And when it's appointment time, you just go to the listing, the keys will be electronic. So you just key in the password, the key will drop. You open the unit also got a camera inside to see what you're doing.
Oh, okay.
Then once you are done with the viewing, you put the key back. You just send the text that the key is already there. But of course, before the viewing, they collect a deposit, a small deposit. In Australia, they collected 200 Aussie dollar. In Singapore, they collected 150 Sing dollar before the viewing. So I believe this trend that I see in more developed countries slowly will come here because tech is very cheap. So it's not hard to replicate that viewing session. Because in a rental viewing of Kian, what you can present is easily replaceable by a robot. Unless you got pieces of art or pieces of furniture that is of a very high value that you need to explain. But other than that, I think in 2 to 3 years' time, the robot will help us with all our viewing already. Yeah.
All right.
So for the agents, my advice would be scale up the rental value. You can still do rental, just scale up whatever you are doing. Because scale up, you can still differentiate the experience that you give people. But when you scale down, experience is easily replicated and replaced. So yeah, Bengkian, I hope I answer you. Then I want to go back one question also, bro.
What's the question?
Kenneth question. Because all my agents ask me this question. So I want to answer. Kenneth, I hope it does not offend and to however many viewers that we have today. Actually, money is an accelerator. If you got more cash flow and capital, the result come faster.
Correct.
If you got less cash flow and capital, you must tell yourself be patient. Because if you got high capital, you can be impatient. If you got low capital, you cannot be impatient. If I got low capital, I want to own shares in a company, for example. I got no capital to buy the company, so I have to sweat. Means I have to do work, then maybe I get some share. So it take a lot of time. But if I got capital, I just go to Bursa, I buy the company share, I'm the owner already.
Correct.
So property is the same concept. If you don't have capital, you please be patient.
Right.
If you got capital, you have the right to be impatient because capital give you rights.
Totally agree.
So for the agents on the capital part, please save at least when you are new 33% of all your income to go
30%.
back.
33.
33. Wow. You say 30?
No, I tell my agent 10%.
10%.
If you want to earn 500,000, you need to reserve 10%, 50,000 to hentam marketing.
I always tell them that is after year 3.
Year 3, reduce.
Reduce. So it's like 30, 20, then 10. That's your network build.
Yeah, but nowadays marketing is very expensive.
It's very expensive.
Yes.
And I think we as agents always forget that like marketing is also inflation one. It never gets cheaper.
True.
Then we expect last year's marketing cost to have the same result.
Which is not.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you so much, guys. I think we are coming to the end of the session. Thank you to Kai, thank you to Francis to be part of our very first Gossip Hartanah. Okay, project sales versus sub-sale, which one is better for the agents? Do you have the answer already? I'm not sure whether you have the answer, but what I've gained for today's session is I have a better insights of what is the pros and cons for project sales and sub-sale, and I hope you get that value as well throughout our sessions. Okay, so there are a lot of people actually attended today's sessions, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So Gossip Hartanah series, we are having it every month, so stay tuned. The next sessions will be 28th of April. So we are going to have it every last week, Monday of the month. So stay tuned, guys. Once again, thanks, Kai. Thanks, Francis, for having us.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, guys. So see you guys next month for our Gossip Hartanah series. Thank you.
Thank you, ESP.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.